recording is on in just a second. There we go. So it's going to be a link on the bottom of the recording. So click on it, download it. If you don't do it within 30 days, the link goes bad. Email me again, but most people do it. So, and I'll send you a link. Okay. So with that, hold on, why are there? Okay, so this is one tier up from you. Hold on. So it's you. That's directly across from you. One link up from you. Hold on. So right now I'm going in and I'm just trying to like connect. Usually I do this whole thing where I'm like, let me vibe for about 90 seconds, but I think I'm just going to go in full in hardcore right now. Hang on. Somebody that guides you or guided you. Hang on. They're directly, so here's you, my little chart in my head, and then they're directly one link up from you. So I don't know if that is like, is this like a mom or an older sister? Who is this?
Yeah, she's my mom.
Perfect. Okay, cool. But she feels almost like
a sister.
Yeah. But she looks, that's why I kept saying looks out after you, but she's almost in that same level as you, as having that like not childlike quality, but like zest. So hang on. So right now I'm going to be getting, hold on. Now they're like going through, she's taking me through what's happening with you and her. So it's almost like seeing, hold on. There's sadness and there's angst that goes along with this. And so I'm like pulling her right now. There's like a little bit of being pissed off all at the same time. And I don't know why. Hang on. Why are you saying, Mom, why did you? What is that about? Hang on. Hold on. Why are we mad at her passing, too? Why are we upset? Why are we pissed off a little bit? What's happening with that? Don't tell me exactly how she passed, but just answer that. Like,
why was I mad?
She says she left you. Mm-hmm. Hold on. She says she didn't take care of herself. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a really big thing.
Yeah.
I'm crying already.
You're fine. This is what we do. I'm going to cry with you too. It's just if I start crying, I stop channeling, and that means we're both fucked. So hang on. She said, I let myself go down.
She said that a lot.
Really? Yeah. She's talking like that. I didn't even like myself. Why would she like herself? Hang on. Why is she talking about getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier, though, too?
She was on drugs really bad.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of negativity that goes along with her and the way she felt. Yeah. She's talking about her elbows, how they pointed out.
Oh, she always talks about her bony elbows.
Yeah, she's doing that. So I lost like 30 pounds because of Crohn's. And so, and she's talking about it's much thinner than even that, about how it's just like, I'm not being very cold. I said, okay. So what did she do 2 different types of substances?
Yeah, I believe so.
Hang on. You ever do meth?
Yeah.
Okay. She's talking about scratching. That's the only reason I asked about that.
Yeah. She's scratching.
Was she homeless for a little bit?
Yeah, for like a while.
Yeah.
She was kind of in between her boyfriend and my grandpa's house.
Yeah. She's talking about just like being out on the streets for a little bit. I'm like, you're such a beautiful woman. Like, what's going on? Did she get into heroin?
I don't have any confirmation of it, but I had a like hunch.
Yeah, like she's talking about veins. She's talking about veins, and I'm like, oh, she wouldn't do it in her veins. She probably smoked it.
Oh, I would find needles, but I don't know if they were hers.
Yeah, because I'm asking her. Usually they'll talk about where they do it at. They'll talk about like here, neck or leg or wherever it has is, and she's talking about like not showing up on her body or something like that. Hang on. Wow. Did you not want to talk to her? Were y'all estranged at that point?
Due to her drug abuse, I really just drifted away.
Yeah, because she's talking about it's like this is going to be a really weird image for you to picture. This how it is in my head. So it's like you at like the end of this hallway, and then she's just drifting back from you. So it's like this dark hallway, like she keeps just going into the center of her abyss, and you just are standing there. And I'm like, okay, so that's what that is. Hang on. So he would do it with her.
Yeah.
She said he would do it with me. It's like, this is my
dad.
If it wasn't for him, I would not. If it wasn't for him, I would not. But we would both. We'd both. Hang on. Did her body deteriorate and her heart pretty much exploded? What happened with her?
I don't really know. I just know like she overdosed. Like
Yeah.
when she was found.
Found dead. Yeah. Was she outside when she passed?
She was in a bathtub.
Cold. Has she been in there for a long time?
I think like a day, maybe.
That's a long ass time to be in a bathtub. Definitely is cold. Sorry, she's talking about when she's feeling like when she's and the water's still in there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because she's talking about when they find me, everything's cold. Like it almost feels like I'm like a like freezer type of thing. Like obviously we're cold, but like everything else is too. Hang on. Did her hair start to fall out?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Really? Yeah, because she's doing like this to me. She's doing like this. She's showing it like that. I'm like, okay. Hang on. Wow. So she'd been doing drugs since you were a little kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I asked her, I go, how'd you get started? Because she shows me, I like back up 20 years with her. And she shows me as being better, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, so how did you get to it? I'm like, was it whenever you had her? How did this work? She's like, I was doing it here. I was still doing it. I was like, fine. She said she guessed she started in her teens. She started in her teens?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did she have you in her teens?
Yeah.
Okay. Because she says my daughter's half my age. Like it's like close. Hang on. She says she's beautiful. She's beautiful. I know she is. I know she is. Hang on. She says I always tried to get her back, but I couldn't because I was ashamed.
Yeah, she said that a lot.
She said I would give her. I was ashamed. I was the same. I'd give her promises and promises and promises and promises. Hang on. Always tried to do the breast. Always tried to scrounge up money. She's talking about like getting money together to try to like impress you. She really did have like this. I want to be a mother, but this thing literally had a hold on her. Hang on. I tried to hide it from her. So did you actually live with her for a little bit, or did she live with you for a little bit? She's talking about hiding it from her, and then like you found out again, or like there's something like that. There's a point where your heart drops. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I found out I was pregnant when I was 16, and I was living with her, and I told her I couldn't live with her if she was going to do drugs, and I found them.
You have a son now?
I have a daughter too.
Are you going for another kid?
No.
Do you want another one?
I kind of do.
Okay, just wait. She's talking about a boy. That's why. She's talking about a boy. She's talking about a boy. I'm like, okay. Okay, you're not married right now, right?
I am. Is it not going to be with him?
Are y'all doing okay?
I think we're doing pretty good.
Okay. We'll get to that in just a second. Hang on. That's a whole nother thing. Hang on.
I can't hear anything.
No, you're fine. I'm just talking to myself right now. Hang on. You'll be able to hear me. I'll yell at you in a good way.
Sorry.
Fine, baby. She's saying you got together with the father of your daughter. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you married to him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm asking, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Good job. Hang on. Because I'm asking, I'm like, okay, I know she got pregnant here, which is great. I salute you. I got pregnant at 23. I was like, how do I do this? And I look back at like people who were pregnant at 16. I'm like, I did not have. Like,
Yeah.
You did a great job. Hang on. I'm asking her, I was like, so that was that. I was like, what happened to the guy? And she's talking about being like a little bit rough, but it was fine. And she's saying about y'all got together. I said, okay, cool. And then now I'm asking about the son, like, where does that play into? Because it's not like it. Hold on. She says he thinks like he's the big man on campus. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, he thinks he's the big man on campus. I'm like, oh, okay. He makes good money.
Yeah, he's in
okay. There you go. Yeah, because she's like, he's a big man on campus. I'm like, okay, and like that's fine. She goes, he does make good money. I was like, no, okay, this is part of like this regular conversation I have with him. Hang on. She says, you're always doing everything for him.
Oh God, yeah.
She's always doing everything for him. And I'm like, okay, fine. Hang on. Take more time for herself. I'm like, fine. Hold on. You haven't seen the rest of your family in a long time?
It's been about like 2 or 3 years.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Because I'm asking, I'm like, she really needs to be grounded by family, doesn't she? I'm like, this is the whole thing. Like, she has her own little family. I was like, but she really needs the other part. She's like, she hasn't seen them in a long time. I was like, fine. Hang on. Are y'all getting ready to move soon?
I don't know.
Okay. Give that like 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. Hang on. Have you all been where you're at right now for a couple years now?
No. We just got there in September.
Is this like a first base or something like that, or like a training or something like that?
Yeah, it's a training.
That's why you're moving. Okay, are y'all going to be moving after that, correct?
We're maybe, I don't know. It's unpredictable.
Okay. Just wait. There's a move that goes along with you, like very, very soon, like quickly. Hang on. Not like next month, but in the time frame, it's pretty soon. Hold on. Why is it cold and miserable where you're at? Where are you at?
I'm in Oklahoma. We just had the snowstorm.
Oh shit, no wonder. Okay. Oh wow. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Oh. Wow.
I'm visiting family actually right now.
Are you really? But is it his family?
It's my mother's mom.
Oh, your mom. Oh, so you okay? So is this the first time you've seen them in a very long time?
Yeah.
That's where they bring up family. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I'm like, why is she talking about all this? How does this? They always like connect the dots with all this stuff. Hang on. Why did she say her mom felt like they failed her? What is that?
My grandma wanted to take her to rehab, and she wouldn't go. And my grandpa kicked her out, so she wasn't allowed at the house.
Okay. She says my mom felt like they failed me. They failed me. Hang on. Hang on. I always said I was the most beautiful girl in the world. Like she's like
Yeah, I
oh
feel that.
she is, and she's smart, and she's oh hold on. Did she wear like a 00? Not even that.
Yeah, whenever she passed.
Yeah. Oh my god. She's talking about like having them hang off of her, and I'm like, wow. Hang on. Who's is it like an apartment or a hotel room she passed in?
It was a lot like an apartment. It was my grandpa's house. A lot of people were in and out.
Okay. Okay. Because it's like it's not her space, her normal space. It's not everybody's coming in and out all the time. I'm like, where is this at? Hang on. In memory of me. Do you have something in memory of her with you right now? Or do you have it on? What is this?
Tattoo.
Shit, there you go. Damn it. Okay, there it is. Very cool. Wait, what is it?
It's
That's
supposed to be a magnolia. It's in a weird place.
Oh, that's cool.
She loved magnolias because they were everywhere in Georgia, and she lived there.
Why is she saying it was so much warmer over there? Okay. I was like, where? I was like, she has to be from the south, like what she's talking about, where she's at. Okay. Magnolias are great. They bloom everywhere where I'm at. And I always pick them and bring them in. They smell so good. Hang on. From the trees. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Who is your husband in does he have something to do with the police?
He wants to be a police officer one day.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Hang on. I feel like that could be a thing. I don't know what goes along with a boy. I think it is going to be with him, or it's going to be something like he's there because there's a connection to him. Hold on. Technology. What does he do in the military?
He's just like a cargo guy. He like loads the planes and checks the bundles.
It's okay. 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 Hang on. That's actually very important because if those things fly off the plane, like,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Hang on. Hang on. Have they ever talked about moving you to Mississippi?
No.
That'd be interesting because you have Magnolia on you, and that's the Magnolia State. Anyways, just keep that in the back of your head.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay. Let me get back into her really quick. She's like just talking about your life, your whole life. Hang on. Okay, so the boyfriend is she says the boyfriend like he's dead inside. What happened with him?
Oh my god. My boyfriend died after we broke up a few years ago.
Really? Your boy? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Are we okay? Or do you want to get into him too? Because they're bringing him up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. He's talking about the boyfriend. Hang on. Give me can you give me his first name?
Mikey.
Fucking Mikey, you're always so stupid. What's going on with that? What's going on with that?
He had a lot of like self-hatred.
Yeah. Like it's not mean from that side. It's like, oh, Mike, you're just so fucking stupid. Like he's just like,
He
hold
wanted to
on.
be with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hang on. Why are they talking about you took it on as though it was your own fault?
He moved to Oklahoma to be with me, and I broke up with him to get with my now husband. And I told everyone, like, if he wouldn't have moved to Oklahoma for me, he wouldn't have died.
Yeah. Okay. Don't think that way. They're talking about that. It's just, don't think that way. That's why they bring that up. Don't do that. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. You said it was an accident. Was it an accident?
Yeah, I think he got hit by a car.
That's definitely an accident. Yep. Okay. Hang on. Straightforward. Hold on. Okay, so he did not die at the scene.
No, he died in the hospital.
He said, I tried to hold on, but I couldn't. That's why. They're always it's weird when they die at the scene because they hang out there for a little bit first and they give you the whole picture of where it was at, what happened, and like they walk you through the steps. And then he's talking about like we're over here. Hang on. He said, I loved her. I was crazy about her.
He said that all the time.
But he said, I loved her. Crazy about her. He's talking about like wanting to not just control, but like not protect. What do you call it? Like surround you or keep you, the whole thing. He's like, as soon as I felt her slipping out of my hands, she was talking to him. Oh, so he knew. Wait, so you were talking to him while you were with him still?
No. Okay. That's
You
not.
did? Okay, I've done that before because he was like, oh, she was talking to him. And I knew it. And I was just like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. He's like, it was my fault. I followed her. Oh, so he followed you and then you started talking to him. Maybe both. It's okay. Hold on.
It's very push-pull.
Yeah. Did he threaten to kill himself before?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, I wasn't very mentally stable. I was like, why is that? And he said, I had threatened to kill myself before, like to her, like trying to bring her back. Hang on. Did he take your virginity?
No.
Why are you talking about that?
We only ever, like, we were very close. Like, we never dated, but we were just, like, so, like, I don't know, I connected with him more than anyone. And we slept together one time when we never dated. And that was the only time.
Okay. He's talking about that. He's like, oh, this was my only one. This is my only one. I'm like, okay, did you take, because that's a big thing too. It's like, you take somebody's energy for the first time. It's a big thing. Hold on. He said he was always friend zoned.
Yeah, I was yeah.
Yeah. He said he wasn't as good looking as this guy.
I wouldn't say that.
I know you want it. I know he's like comparing himself. It's so interesting. He's like showing me him. He's like showing me as him being like Jafar from Aladdin, and then he's
God.
Aladdin.
Yes.
That's what he's showing me. He's like,
that was so funny.
Yeah, he's very. I don't know why he would use that. Was that like a significant thing or something like that?
He always said that my husband looked like Aladdin. Always.
No, because he said, because what he's showing me, he's Jafar and he's showing he's Aladdin. Like that's the picture he shows in my head. That's so random. Okay, I love it. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. Hang on. Did your husband put on some weight?
A little bit.
Now he's getting fat. And I was like, it's almost like he's just poking at him. He likes somebody's like poking at him. I'm like, he's not getting fat. He's a good guy. He's the same. He's growing up. He is a young adult. You leave him alone. Hang on. She's learning. Hang on. So Oh, he was just walking across the street when he got hit. Turned out, bam, and got me.
It's raining.
Yeah. Wow. Did you find out because of a notification on social media? Is that how you found out?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay. Really? Okay. Because I'm looking. I'm like, well, how did she come up and see you? Like, what happened? And he's talking about like him dead. And you figure out like on phone or computer. And I'm like, oh, that was it. Okay.
He actually blocked me, I think, before he died.
He said, because I loved you. That's the thing. Oh, isn't that interesting how things come out in the wash? Hang on. Hold on. I need a new page. You scribbled all over this thing. Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, so he passed away before your daughter was born?
Yeah, I think like right before or right after.
Okay. Because he's talking about watching your daughter as like a baby. Like watch, like not creepy way, but just like assisting, like watching, like,
Wow.
at least I can do this here, And I'm like, okay. And when you have a son, you can name it after me.
Oh my goodness.
He was being sarcastic, like a middle name. I think maybe you may, like the middle one. But FYI, hang on. When do you turn 24?
In a couple of years.
Okay, cool. Okay, just give it a couple of years.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's a whole other thing. Hang on. Let me get back to mom. Mom helped bring them in, by the way.
Awesome.
That's what they do. They like assist. This is kind of like a way of her giving back, and like allowing other people to come through too.
Can I ask about someone else?
Hell yeah.
Her brother who passed. Like,
hang on. Oh, he had a lot of health conditions though.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because she's like, hold on. He passed after her?
Before her.
Really? What is going wrong with his body shutting down? What is happening with that? Like he's like heart, liver, kidneys, everything's going to hell. What's happening with him?
He got hit by a semi.
That's why everything just went to shit. Okay. Because she shows him and she shows him going poop. Like just everything just shuts down instantly. God. And I'm like, outside of a car? She says, no, in a car. So we got hit in a car in a semi?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are there all these other cars?
It was on a highway.
It was on a highway?
Oh, hold on. My Bluetooth just turned on.
You're fine. You do whatever you need to do, baby. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It was on a highway, you said? That's why he's showing me all these other cars. I'm like, why are you showing me that? Give me his first name.
Levi.
Do you happen, I know this is going to be very random. I don't know if it's attached to you or my next client. I don't really get a whole lot of names. My last one was Jerry, and that turned out to be her grandfather. Do you know anybody that's like Rich or Rick or Richard or Ricky or...
Ricky. Yeah, that's my uncle. Is he passed? We don't know where he's at.
Okay, that they keep bringing up Ricky. That's another one. Y'all haven't seen from him or heard from him?
No, he just disappeared. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good indication. Let me just write this on the side really quick. Hang on. Wait, are they related? Are the brothers related?
Yeah, my grandpa's brother.
Really? Oh, this is fascinating. Hang on. Sorry. It's like this whole big. I want you to whatever. Like, hold on. What time is that? 34 minutes and like 30 seconds. There's gonna be an orb that like goes up. I'm like, what is that? Interesting. Or like right after we start talking about him. It's not a car light. It's like up here near your mirror, or your visor. Hang on. Hang on. Was Ricky like a hobo?
No, he had a very simple life as a man.
He's like traveling and like walking around or like
wow.
not like going from place to place. That's why I'm like, is he like a hobo? Like,
well, we don't really know. He could have been later on. He just disappeared.
Really? Okay, because he's talking about just like wandering around and like in and I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this a little bit more, but like that's what I picture him as, and it's like on the street. Said he went someplace warmer. I'm like, you're in Georgia. How else warm do you want?
You went to Georgia?
Yeah. Long, far away from me. Where was he from?
Oklahoma.
That's far away from me. Hang on.
Or California. I think that's where they grew up.
Gotcha. Okay. Hang on. Let me get back to Levi real quick. Hang on, and then we'll go into him. Sorry, I'm like pulling from like two different sectors. Hang on. Oh, so Levi died at the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he got crushed. I said, okay. That's the difference between how they talk about it. Hang on. I don't think Ricky's coming back.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get back into Levi. Sorry, it's like two different types of tragedies going on. Hang on. Did Levi literally just like walk out into it and get hit?
My grandmother would never say that that's what happened, but that's what they told us what happened.
It's almost like, was he under the influence of something?
I think he was just going through a really hard time mentally.
Yeah, because he's just talking about he's just his mind is gone. I can't pinpoint drugs like with mom, but it's like my mind is just on 90 other different things, and it's like we just walk out.
He was diagnosed with schizophrenia.
That's why I would feel, oh my God, okay. Wow. Because it's like all these, like, not voices, but going a million miles an hour everywhere. Hang on. Hold on. You're fine. If the lights go down, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Hang on. If I didn't care, I didn't fucking care. I didn't fucking care. It was warm where I was out. At least it was warm. Wait, was this in California?
With my uncle, Levi.
With Levi. Well, yeah, where's he from?
He was in Oklahoma.
Okay. He's like more. Was it during the summer?
No, I think it was actually, yeah, maybe it was like springtime.
Okay, because it's warmer. I'm like, there's no snow. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Hang on. See, he's separating himself from everybody. Levi's separating himself from everybody. So I don't know if he didn't have a family or if he didn't have kids or if he didn't have any of that. But he's like,
he had a child, but my grandpa was he didn't want him around when he was acting sickly.
Oh, okay. Because he's very separated from everybody. Like, hold on. He said, I'll come back in. I think he's going to come back in. I think Levi's going to come back in. How many years ago was this? Like 15?
Yeah, 2011, about, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, it's been a while. Hang on. Do you not remember him very well?
I remember a lot of good things about him. I try not to remember him being sick.
Yeah. He's like, oh, she didn't remember a whole lot about me. I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. Always being at the house. Did he live with the grandfather for a while?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, well, what did she have? Oh, always being at the house, always being at the house. Hang on. Wait, were you raised by your grandparents as well?
For a period of time, yes.
Okay, because he's talking about she was raised by them too, like very quickly. I'm like, okay, hang on.
My grandma Pam also.
It's okay. So is Pam on dad's side?
On my grandfather's, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Was that his wife?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she pass a cancer?
Yeah.
Cool. They're talking about her in the background. Like it's like listening to a third party conversation. I'm like, well, who's Pam? Who's Pam? It's the grandmother. Where's it on the male side? Okay, well, how'd she pass? She passed the cancer, Just very.
She didn't like her. My mom didn't.
That's why. Yeah, it's there. I'm not getting direct messages from her. It's like they're talking about her. It's like hearing somebody in another room discuss somebody. Hang on. Is that Pam not her actual mom?
No.
Oh, that's why. She said she always wanted to be more of my mother. Like that. Like she's like, there's that hostility a little bit towards her. Hang on. Now they're talking shit about each other. It's like, well, I guess we both got what we needed in the end. And I'm like, was Pam catty too?
Yeah, very much. She was a sassy girl.
Yeah, she's like, I guess we both got what we needed in the end, or like that. And I'm like, y'all just need to chill out right now. Hang on. Your mom almost has like this childlike attitude that comes along with her.
Yeah, I always said she was like my sister more than my mom.
Yeah, she's like, I'm talking to my daughter, not you. Like, this is not something that normally happens in sessions. Like, this is very interesting for me. And so I'm documenting it because I'm just like, what? Hold on. We found Ricky. They found Ricky. I think Ricky's passed. I think Ricky is passed. I'm pretty sure Ricky's passed. Because they just said, we found Ricky. Hang on. He's been gone for quite a few years now?
Yeah, like a long time. I don't even know.
Okay, cool. She's like, he's been gone. I was like, well, when did he leave? Like, what happened? He's like, oh, he's been gone for years now. I said, fine. Well, where did this happen? Hitchhiking, walking around, drugs. Was he into drugs?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because she's like, oh, hitchhiking, walking around. Oh, he was into drugs. I was like, oh, okay, fine. Hang on. Died a better way than me. Talking to her. Hang on. So he set in. Was mom and her boyfriend, were they broken up at the time of her passing?
Which boyfriend?
Yeah, well, because she's talking about, I know this is going to sound really weird, but she's like, this may be weird talking to daughter. They're almost like comparing their lives right now. And mom's just like, well, I didn't even get to have sex before any of this happened to me. Like, it's like, I wasn't able to do this, It's like, I just let myself go and this is what happened. And so I'm like, were you not with your boyfriend at the time like this? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. So I mainly use them. So she would get money off of them with drugs. Yes. She's talking about, she's like, I mainly use them. I'm like, okay, hang on. She says, my daughter has the family life I always wanted to have. She's talking about that with you. She says, you have the life that I always wanted to have and I couldn't give you. She's very matter of fact.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not there, sweetie. Like, she's so much better. This is going to be so much lighter for you after all this. I mean, I even from like feeling her, she's lighter. She's so much lighter right now. Hold on. Send her a card. Did you have birthday cards from her? Like 1 or 2 and like that's it? She's like, what did I do? Send her a card? Like, that's it. She's talking about like missing all this shit. Like, no, she's very
My sister and brother, she sent them cards.
Yeah, that's it. She's like, what did I do? Like, send him a card? Like, that's it? I'm like, are you, who's the older sister?
Me.
You are. Okay. You're talking about one of them or one of the sisters getting the best of her and you didn't get that. Like, one of them got the better portion of her. I don't know what that means. Like, was there an area where they were living with her where she was more clean than other and like you didn't get to experience that or something like that?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. She's just talking about pretty much like you got the shit end of the stick. That's pretty much what this means.
She couldn't fool me with a lot of the stuff she did.
Mm-hmm. Did she steal from her own kids? She's talking about that.
Yeah, she stole from me all the time.
Okay. She's talking about, she's like, I was a head. She was like, I even stole from my own kids. I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. They gave it to me. They didn't give it to you.
That's what she always said.
Yeah. And she's like, they gave it to me. I'm like, no, I didn't. This is me arguing with her. They didn't give it to you. Hold on. So the grandfather still lives in that house?
No. I think a family member might. I don't know.
Because she's saying she won't. I asked her, is it like a little galley bathroom or something like that?
It's like a trailer, like typical, like with the jet tub.
That's okay. Okay. Like long, you have the sink, the little mirror, and then you have the thing in the back. Okay. You haven't gone in that bathroom.
I went into it once and I like broke down.
Yeah. She says she can't go in that bathroom she's talking about. And that's why I asked her, I was like, does she use it? This is where I'm like, has she gone back in there? She goes, she can't go in there. And I said, is the grandfather still there? And she's like, family's still there. I'm like, okay. I was like, is the grandfather still living there? You're like, no, another family member. Was there an imprint left by her or something like that on the tub?
No, but there's blood on the door. We didn't know where it came from.
Okay, because she's talking about, because I'm like, there's no reason for this. And she's talking about like having things like fluids left. And I'm like, cleaned it off.
Yeah.
I'm not a thing from her nose, but her nose was fine.
It could have been an older incident.
Yeah. She's talking about nose. She says, but I'm looking at her face, like whenever y'all found her, and her nose is fine. Hang on. Hold on. Now she wears. Do you wear her stuff? Why is she saying you wear her? Do you have something of hers you wear?
I have some jewelry from her and knickknacks and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so they buried her?
No, we cremated her.
Why is she in one central location? Whose house is she in?
Mine.
Hold on. Give me the rite of passage. Did you just barely take her out of a box?
She's still in the box. Like, I looked at it not too long ago. I was so scared.
She's still in the box?
Yeah. When we touch her ashes, we freak out, me and my sister.
Okay, because she's talking.
Does she think it's funny?
Yes, that's what she's like. They barely, and she's talking about being in a box, and she's talking about opening or unpacking her or open. She was like, they barely done this. And she's talking about it's almost like you leave her alone. Like you won't go near it. Like,
yeah, we completely we'll joke about her being in a box and stuff, even though it's wrong.
That's, oh my God. Okay. Sorry. That's great. No, it's not. It's not weird. I know it's a body. It's ashes. It's fine. But I can tell you that it says, wherever you go, you can take me. Hang on.
Oh, she wants to.
Yeah.
We were talking about necklaces for her.
That's what I was taught. Remember I said, are you getting something that you can wear?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I completely forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So he's talking about carrying her with you. That's what that is, carrying her with you. You literally would carry her with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say do it.
Awesome.
I'd say do it. Now, this is the other thing. So in closing right now, I want you to wait first. No. Do you have any questions? Or you kind of just are like reading brain right now. You're like, I had no idea what to expect, and here we are.
I had no idea.
I know. That's what happens. So if you whenever you get the recording, okay, show it to whoever you want to show it to.
Okay.
If they have any questions, just ask me. Okay. Another thing is tonight, tomorrow night, the next night, depending on how active your mind is, probably not when you're with family for a little bit. When you get back home and you get by yourself more, you may have some interesting dreams, or your sister may as well. Not bad, but right now the energy is hot. And look at all the people that came around and hung out. Like, none of them are bad. They're all great, but they get excited. And since this, it's like this wave is able to be done until the wave crashes and it just goes back to normal, so we can't feel anything. They may pop in and say hi. So you may get like a loving dream, like a hug or anything. What? Tell me.
So I've always kind of, I know like everyone's like that, like, oh, I think I have a gift, but like I've always felt like my mom, like in stuff, I could tell when she's around, like, because she, like,
she's strong. She's strong. Now you're a person that wants to see these signs and stuff like that, but you really get a lot of feelings.
Yeah, I get a lot of feelings.
You get a lot of feelings. That's why do you think it was so easy for me to channel you? Because you're very open to that. She's not going to be a person that is going to like throw a dove in your yard, right? There's a million of them. Oh. But she's going to be a person that you will be able to feel her. She's very present. You will probably start at some point like randomly crying as you start to think about her. Like for some reason you'll be in the kitchen and she pops in your head and then you get like this love feeling and then it's just that's her. Okay, that's her. That's what this is. Another thing is that if you just call out to her, you start talking to her, whether it's internally or externally, she'll show up. What she's trying to do right now, she's almost like trying to make up for lost time, and she's trying to protect her family and protect her kids the way that she couldn't do it prior. And so just remember that and know when you get those feelings that you're also not nuts.
Okay.
Okay. If you practice on it a little bit more, you could feel it a little bit more too. But this whole thing with you right now, you have all these distractions. You have a lot of things going on. You have a daughter. You have all this. You don't have time to just sit down for 30 minutes and let your brain wipe out like I do and just, but you can do it for 5 minutes and you can feel far more connected and you'll start to see the signs and how they point to one another. So, but just wait. And then if you need me again, or if anybody else does, just let them know and I'll be here. Okay.
Okay.
So I love you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good evening and take 5 minutes and have a good breather.
Okay.
Have a good cry. If you need me, let me know. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Love you, Kate.
Love you.